Air is a story about two brothers. They live in New York City and they work as plumbers. One day they are working on the sewers in New York City and they end up accidentally going to a mushroom land. Shit, I watched the wrong movie.
3 hours later.
Okay, so Air is actually about the shoe brand Nike getting Michael Jordan to wear their shoes. Yes, that sounds much more like it. So this is the early 80s. This is with Michael Jordan just coming out of college, and Nike is it's a successful company, but it's just almost exclusively running shoes. They want to get into the basketball business, but in the early 80s, the brands that had basketball kind of locked down were Converse and Adidas. So Nike is trying to break in, and they bring in this guy played by Matt Damon. Sonny Vaccaro is his name, and this is a true story. And they brought him in to kind of break into the basketball business. So they have all this money that they're gonna use to get players to wear Nike. And Sonny decides that instead of getting all these players, they should just put all their eggs in one basket because basketball, and go after Michael Jordan. So there's a big argument. This is a good, I don't know, half of the movie where he's trying to explain to people that instead of just getting a bunch of, regular guys, you can get this one guy that he thinks is going to be just this big deal. And spoiler alert, he turns into a pretty good basketball player. So the first chunk of the movie is this running shoe company that is trying to get into the basketball business. They're just trying to get a meeting with Jordan. We also see this is kind of a cool part where we see the production of the shoe and kind of what went into it. Things that I didn't know, like back then, you could only have so much red on the shoe, and so they were going to fine him. I don't know if they actually ended up fining him or not, but they fined him like $5,000 a game, I think is what it was, for every time that he wore these shoes because they were too red. And Nike was just like, yeah, we're just going to pay that because these shoes look really cool. So that was something I didn't know. So I'm trying not to give away too many spoilers, but eventually, I mean, if you know Nike and Jordan, they eventually come to a deal. His Jordan's mom throws in this added thing that ends up making him an insane amount of money over the next, what would that be, almost 40 years. At the end of biopics, they usually say, this person is here, this person's died, and they kind of wrap it up with a little thing at the end of biopics. And this one they did the same thing. They talked about how much money Michael Jordan made from this deal with Nike and how much money Nike made from it, and they both ended up quite wealthy. That might be a bit of an understatement. And then also, I liked at the end when they said Michael Jordan went on to become the best basketball player of all time. I mean, that's, some people might say, hey, what about LeBron? And get the fuck out of here. So for the acting, Matt Damon, he's the main guy, and Sonny Vaccaro, he does a great job in that. Viola Davis plays Michael Jordan's mom. She was great in it. Chris Tucker has a little part. I thought he was good. Jason Bateman had he had a lot of the kind of Arrested Development one-liner joke kind of thing. He was good. This is actually directed by Ben Affleck, and that was probably the character that I liked the least in it is Ben Affleck, Phil Knight. He's just like a weird guy, and I don't know. It might be an accurate representation of the guy, but it was just weird. And also the wigs were it looked obvious that these were wigs on actually Ben Affleck and Viola Davis. They both had these just obviously fake wigs. But the standout star to me is just Jessica Green. She has a small role, maybe two sentences, but just absolutely steals the show. She's her like acting range is sorry, what? So basically it's just a movie about business stuff, but it's shot and edited and a lot of music, a lot of '80s music. But it's shot and presented in a very very compelling way. So I give it a 3 out of 5. I would say it's probably one you would probably wait for streaming, but it's good. Again, it's I think it's fine. I give it a 3 out of 5. So that's my review of Air. And if you want to watch some other movies, I know I did the Super Mario review, and you can check out some other stuff right now. Like and subscribe. Okay, thanks. Bye.